Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and today we're going to make a little folio, and I had to pick up my note here. I saw this on Julie's channel, and it is Camelia Crafts Designs, and you can go, I'm going to link her video down below. You can go over there and check her out and subscribe to her video. She is very, very talented. And she and Melina she's doing Melina's challenges, so they've got a thing going back and forth. But that is Julie at Camelia Crafts Designs, so go over and check her out. The link will be below. I also want to say thank you to a few people. Needle and Sticks, Transcender Traveler, CM York 43, Sandra, Joanne, Elvia, Doris, D.W. Clance, Teresa, Janet, Tim, Rod Lady, Naja, and Susanna. Susanna, Loretta. I Am Line 500, So Crafty Me, Tina, Sandra, Cheryl, Denise, Mary Elizabeth 144, Dale, Robin, Lana, Janet, and Teresa. Thank you guys so much for contributing to our Buy Me a Coffee. That is a link that is below, and if you want to give a small donation to our channel, then you're welcome to do so. If you don't want to, that is fine too. We don't press it. We just tell you that it's there because we had a lot of people that asked last year sometime. There was quite a few people that kept asking, why could we not donate money to you when we can donate to some of these other YouTubers? Well, you have to have 100,000 subscribers before YouTube will let anybody have that little button where you can do the little donation. And also YouTube takes like 40% of that money, and so I was really reluctant about even doing that when I do hit 100,000. But I'm a ways away from there right now. So I had investigated some different options, and I came up with the little program. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. A lot of people are going to that now. They don't charge you anything. They don't charge me anything for the small donations. And so therefore the money goes straight back into our YouTube channel. So that being said, now what we're going to do, alright, so what we're going to start with is we're going to use our E-Club kit for July, parts of that, and then I've got these little bags. These bags are 7 inches, yeah, they're 7 by 3.5, and I think that's what size that Julie used on hers. And then I'm just going to grab my paper from the E-Club kit. I might use a few of those pieces. I don't know if I'll use that or not. I don't know if I'll stamp. And then I may use some cardstock. I'm not sure. But we're going to lay that over to the side. Right now what we're going to concentrate on is making our bags. So this is going to be a little paper bag journal. So the first thing you need to do is open this the first thing you need to do is open your paper bags up. So open them up, and then you're going to fold this out and fold that down. You know, we did a paper bag journal last year that we used little paper bags with, so it's going to be basically the same concept. Now, this is the little tricky part, because you want to get this as folded out as even as you can. Don't want any little wrinkles there if you can help it. Some of them's there's gonna be wrinkles in some because all the paper bags are all different, so but just get it as flat as possible. See, that one's a little bit off, so sometimes you can fold it the opposite direction and it looks better. Alright, it's still a little off at the bottom, but we're not going to worry about it. Just take your bone folder. We're going to put paper over this anyway, so take your bone folder and just go over that. So there's one. Go ahead and on this one, what we're going to do before you fold it out is you're going to cut it off right at where that folds over. Like that. So you're going to have this little piece. Save this piece. We're going to do something with this a little later, and it's something that you'll be familiar with if you watch my channel, because we also made that last year too. Now you're going to open the part of the bag that you have left. You're going to open that up. Okay, just like that. Go ahead and burnish on the sides. Now this one, what you need to do is glue this together right there. So we're just going to take some glue and put up in there and glue that together. Like that. Then right here you're going to glue this down. So you can just glue it to that bottom part. And Julie, if you watch this, Melina is my daughter. Didn't know if you knew that or not, but she's my daughter. She's my stinker. Alright, so there it's that. Got all those little pieces glued down. And then, alright, and then you're going to take your glue and you're going to glue this together. Now, I don't know if I can do these justice because she does a very good job with them, but we're going to try. Okay, just like that. Then you're going to take your two raw edges, so that would be the top of your bag and the top of your bag, and you're going to glue these together. And I think she folded it over or lapped it over about 1/4 of an inch. I think I'm going to take mine over about 1/2. The reason being is once she got it on here and then started to fold it up, she still had to trim a little bit off anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and take up that excess, I think, if I can. And we will use, just like she did, we'll use our little ruler here, and this is a T-square ruler. We sell these in the store, and I'm just going to put it at about 1/2 an inch, about right there. That looks good. And then we're just going to put our glue on here and glue this down. Now, a lot of you have said you didn't realize that we had a store. It is linked below always. It is always down there. So if you're in question about some of the products that I use, or if you are wondering where I get some products, you can look in our store, and if we don't have it there, then you can look. We have a product list that is below, and we try to, as many products as we can find. If we have it, or if we can find it anywhere, we link that below as well. So just go over and check that out. And you just have to scroll down a little bit to find all of our product links. I'm going to go ahead and cut this end off because I cut it with my scissors and it looks like I did a really bad job. So there we go. We've got that. Now I'm going to let this dry just a little bit before I start trying to do any folding. This part anyway. This you're going to fold up. This is going to be your little flap, your front part of your little folio. And you're going to fold this up just past where this comes right there. And you can see mine's crooked on here. You know, all your bags are going to be a little bit different. Some of them are going to be really even and smooth, and some of them are going to be really out of line. So you just have to kind of make do. It'll all come out in the end. Come out in the wash. See, that's going to be hid anyway. We're going to put paper over it, so it's not going to matter. Just don't go all the way up to that fold. Just leave it out about like that. So this one was really out of line. But that's the good part of adding paper to them, because you don't have to worry about that showing. Alright, and then you're going to fold this part up. Now, she said on this right here, you need to make sure that your fold comes right in that seam. So in order to do that and make sure that it's in the right spot, I'm going to use my scoreboard. especially since this is not real dry yet. It's pretty dry, but it's not all the way. So I'm just going to put it down like that, maybe. And then I can score it right there. So I'm going to score at like 6 and 7/8. I'm scoring right down through there. So from this little fold out, let's see what it is. I have a real ruler around here somewhere, and I have no clue what I'm doing with it. That's my life. Okay, so this is about almost 4 3/4 from this fold to that fold. Now let's try to fold this up. Okay, when we fold this up, you can see it's still too big. This part is, so we need to trim a little bit more of that off. So I took maybe another 1/4 inch off of there. And then I'm going to fold this again and just make sure that we've got it the right spot. Okay, now you want to fold this up and just make sure that your sides meet, you know, the side below it. And then you're going to burnish real well. Just burnish that down nice and tight. Like that. And if there's any of these little pieces that are trying to stick up, just go ahead and add a little bit more glue in there. Mine are a little bit, so I'm just going to add more glue. There we go. All right, that is going to be your little folio. Let's see if it's going to fold now. All right, so that is going to be your little folio right there. Now, what she did next, if I'm not mistaken, she took this to her sewing machine and she stitched all the way around this. And then she stitched right down through here, up through here, and then around this one, she stitched around each individual piece. So we're going to do that. But first, we're going to put a little bit more glue in here and glue this back together where we trimmed it off. So you don't have to stitch it. That's not something that you have to do. But she did hers that way, so I'm going to try to do mine that way. Alright, so I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and do some stitching, and we'll be back. Okay, we have stitched all around this. And I'm just going to trim my threads. And I just used the brown thread that was in my sewing machine. I didn't change anything. And it skipped right there. Okay. So that's going to work. That'll be good enough for me. And I like how that makes it feel when you sew that. It makes it feel really nice. Okay, now what we're going to do is cover this with paper. Now, she is very, very precise. She is absolutely excellent when it comes to covering this with paper and, you know, making her mats and all of that. You guys know me. I'm a lady who just says, let's put it down. I try to be as accurate as possible, but I'm not going to fuss over it too much. And that's me. That's just my own thing. But other people, if you want to be really, really precise with it, that is fine. I think yours is absolutely beautiful. Julie, you do a fantastic job. Okay. So I'm going to cut that off. And you see I just put little marks there. And hopefully I can see my little mark here. Now, I think she used a light box that she had, and it looked very interesting to get all of her little mats cut, and that was great. It looked like it was very easy using that. I think I'm going to put that there. I'm not sure. Let's see. All right, it's going to fold over like that, so that would be my front. Yeah, I kind of like that. That'll be my front, and then I need something here that will kind of go with it. It doesn't have to match exactly. Just kind of. So let's see what else is in our paper pack. We could put that there. We'll look at that one. We'll pull that out and look at it. We could also put the back of that there, the green. That's pretty. Ooh, that one's pretty. We'll use that one, but I don't think we'll use it with the flowers. Okay. I think that is it. So let's try. See, we won't do that one. That's too much, but I think I might do this one. I like that green with that. That's pretty. Now, I think she said that she cut a template for this. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Julie, forgive me. I have slept since then and I'm old. So, but I'm going to try trimming mine like this. We'll see. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, it's just paper. We can do it again. All right, so let's see if that's gonna work. If not, trim it again. And it may be a little bit big. I'll probably go back and trim and just cut on the inside of the line, because I did just trim right around it. So let's just go ahead and cut a little bit of extra off. Just to see if that's going to work. So it looks like I need to trim more off, because we want it to come back down below our stitching. So I'm going to trim a little bit more off right there, a little bit more right here, and a little right there, and I think that'll work. So let's try this, and I'll do it with my trimmer this time to see if I can get it a little bit more accurate. Okay, and let's see if that works. Okay, that works. Now all I need to do is trim a little bit off down here. And I didn't want to trim this part off until I finished getting all of this evened up. So, and I know it's a whole lot easier the way that she did it, but I don't have a light box, so this is the way we're doing it. And I think she does have a link below her video for the light box. I think she's an affiliate, so you might check that out as well while you're over there. Yeah, that's going to work. So that is that piece. We've got that piece, which is the front. And now I need to cover inside, here, and back there. So let's see what we want to cover this with. I think that would be cute right there. The little birdies. Oh, you know what? Before we glue that top piece down, we need to go ahead and cut one for here. That would be a good idea, would it not? So let's cut it with the blue, maybe. Let's see. Let me make sure that this one's going to work in here. Yes. Okay. We're going to put this on here and cut it with the blue. You know, I think now the reason that I'm so just helter-skelter with a lot of my crafting is because I was an accountant for so many years and everything had to be so precise. Every penny had to be accounted for, and then I scrapbooked for quite a few years, and you know, scrapbooking, you have to be a little bit precise. I mean, you don't just do like we do on junk journals and things. So I think all of that just kind of got me to the point where I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do my own thing. So I think that might be my reason. That's what I'm saying anyway, and I'm going to stick to it. Okay, now we need to cut this one. And I'm just going to cut them one at a time. And if that... Okay, that's a good piece right there. And on that little bird's face is where my other mark is. Okay. Now this piece will go right there. I like that. And then we need a piece for here. And that might be this green one, since I've got it out here anyway. We might put that one down there. Let's see what's on the back side of this. Ooh, I kind of like that with this color. Kind of like that one. So let's do that. Again, I'm just going to mark it with pencil. And I'm marking each individual one because, as you know, all of my folds are not going to be equal, I'm sure. So some of my pieces and parts may be a little bit larger than the other pieces and parts. And this is a beautiful paper pad that came with our E-Club kit for July. I think it's very, very pretty. Yeah, that'll work there. And then we've got that one, so we just need to cut this one now. And this one we may just use this scrap right here, because instead of cutting into another piece of paper, let's just do that. So we'll cut that off, and then we need to cut it right there and move it up, and I'm going to cut it right down through there. Okay. Now watch me cut my notches off, or my little marks. I do that quite often too. Melina had a lady that commented under her video earlier today, and we just sit here and had a little bit of a laugh about it, but you know, it's fine. It didn't hurt my feelings or anything. I was very proud that she thought that Melina was so good at what she does, because she is. She's very good at what she does. I'm proud of her. But she said, I watched this. It was the challenge that Melina did for last week. She said, I watched this on Scrapbooking with Me's channel, but I just couldn't understand everything that she said. So I wanted to come over and watch yours because you're much more detailed. And that is fine. I told her, I said, you just thank her and go on, because Melina is very detailed and she's very precise at her measuring and all of her things that she does, and that's fine. Everybody crafts different, as you guys know. I tell you that all the time, but you have to do you. In order to be happy with what you're doing, you've got to do you. You can't do somebody else. So, you know, if Melina crafts one way and I craft another, then that's fine. This makes me happy, and what Melina does makes her happy. And I think she does a fantastic job, and she's always telling me that, Mom, you did good on that or whatever. So, you know, I don't, it doesn't bother me if anybody crafts like me or not. If you don't like my style of crafting, that's fine. That's not going to hurt my feelings. This is not for everybody. It's not for the faint of heart. Because I like torn, ragged edges too, and a lot of people don't like that. I love the torn, ragged edges. You guys know that. I love my vellum torn, and then the ink put on there real dark to where it looks like it's burned. I love that effect, and that's not for everybody. But that's why your crafting is an art, and you know, your art, you have to do what you want to do, and what makes you the happiest. So don't try to be somebody else. Oh, I'll get off my soapbox now. I wasn't on a soapbox really. I was just telling you. I don't ever want anybody to think they have to craft like I do, or craft like, you know, somebody does that has 100,000 subscribers, or, you know, you just got to do you. And that's what I was telling Melina when she was, you know, building up her channel, starting to build it up. I said, you got to do what makes you happy, and you got to do you. You've got to find your niche, and that's what, you know, all the big YouTube experts will tell you. You have to find your niche, and it may be similar to my style. It may be completely different to my style, but it's going to be yours. It's going to be your niche, not mine. You know, I've just kind of found what makes me happy. I was doing, you know, for years and years and years, I did all of the three-dimensional things and all of that, and it didn't make me happy. I did it, but I didn't really care for a lot of it. And I taught classes doing a lot of that stuff all over. And it never really made me real happy. So I had to sit down and go, what is going to make me the happiest? What can I do in my journaling and in my crafting to make me happy? And I have found it. I love this. And I love doing my play on something that you guys do. Not that I'm trying to copy anything or take anything away from you, but I just like to look at what you're doing and kind of reproduce it, I guess you would call it, and put my little swing on there, you know. Everybody has their own little thing. Okay, now make sure that still looks good. Now this one, and I am inking with Vintage Photo. I know a lot of people ask me to make sure that I tell the products that I use, because we've got a lot of new people on here now. If you've been watching me forever, you know what I use or what my favorites are, but we have some new people, and so I'm using Vintage Photo. And then this is Art Glitter Glue. Love it. Sticks very fast. Anytime I use material, I use Fabri-Tac. So we sell all of these products. They're in our store. And I always have them linked down on my favorites. Oh, we got in those punches today, guys. The punch that Catherine sent me. We got those in today for the shop now. So you have to go check those out. I love mine. Thank you again, Catherine. You're so sweet to send me that. And it's this little punch right here, in case you haven't seen what I'm talking about. It's got the 3 different corners. This one's real rounded. Maybe you can see it this way. That one is just a little bit rounded, and that one's a little more rounded. And they're very, very easy to use. We got those in the store now. I'll try to remember to link them below. I've got a little thread there sticking up. There we go. All right, now this is going to fold over this way. I hope I haven't missed a step. Have I missed a step? I don't think so. Maybe not. Okay. I know we've got to put our little closure on there, and I didn't re-watch the video today, so hopefully I haven't forgot exactly how to do that. But this Art Glitter Glue, I've been using it for years and years and years. It's one of my favorites. I do like Barely Arts. We sell that as well. It is similar to Art Glitter Glue. Ooh, I cut that really crooked. Did I not? Oh my goodness. I need to check that out. I think I'm going to put lace there to cover that up. When you've got it crooked, put lace on it. Yeah, I'll put some lace there because I got that little cut really crooked. But Art Glitter Glue is similar to, Barely Arts is similar to Art Glitter, but it is very, very good on your vellum. This is Barely Arts. It's wonderful for vellum. It doesn't make it pucker. It's just real good. I don't know how in the world I got that so crooked. I thought I cut that on my trimmer. Did I not? Or did I freehand cut that? Okay, this is why Julie is so precise. She doesn't want to deal with this. So we're just going to put a piece of lace on there and not worry about it. If I was doing this for someone else to, put in the shop to sell or something, I would make sure that everything was cut correctly. But this is just, I'm doing this for me. Okay, so I'm just putting a little ink all around on my little paper bag. And I don't know if I said or not, but we do have these paper bags in the store. I bought a big lot of them. Now, what she did was she did a little button thing here and a little button thing here that she can tie some thread around. So we're going to do that. But then she took this piece, and remember us doing those pockets last year with these? You do the little hidden pocket like that. She took this piece, and I believe she put it here. Let's see, we're going to put our little signature in there. Yeah, we're going to put it here. So we're going to cover this top with a piece of paper, but I'm going to make sure that I cut that pretty even down through there. As even as possible. Okay. So I'm going to cover this with some paper. Nope, that's not quite big enough. I wanted to use some of my paper that was already cut so that I wouldn't have to dig into more. Let's see. We could use that. It's going to go with the little bird's wings, I think, but I don't know. Let me look. Okay, I may just use that. I like that. So let's put that on there. And again, I'm just going to mark it this way and cut it off. I think Julie does sell these in her Etsy store. I think her Etsy store is linked below her video. So if you want to just purchase one of these without making it, then go over and purchase it out of her Etsy store. I think Melina told me that. I'm going by what Melina said. Okay, now we want to put it on that way. There we go. So I'm just going to ink around this. And then our opening is there, so we're going to put this down this way. Like that. Like that. Now I'm going to cover this part right here. I don't think she did on hers, but I'm going to cover that part like we did on our one that we did last year. And I'm just going to cut that off. I think that will be the right size right there. Yep, that will work. That's not something you have to do. You don't have to cover that part. I'm just going to put that little piece right there. There we go. So we've got, this will open up like this. And you can put your little goodies in there that you want to, like if you was selling these, you could put some little ephemera in there. And then we're going to glue that down right there, but we're only going to glue 3 sides. Now, I do want to glue that down because I don't want that catching on my tags and things that I might slide in there. Then we'll put that right there. Okay. Then you can take a little tag and you can tuck that little tag in back there. And we'll make a little tag for that in a moment. Okay. Alright. I don't think she put anything on this side. I can't remember. I would have to watch it again in order to be able to remember. Let's see. We might just put a little corner tuck on this side. What do you think? Do this. Put a little corner. Yeah, let's just do it. We've got some scrap pieces here, so we'll just do that. And I make my corner tucks very haphazardly. I don't measure. I do that. Oh, I made it. No, I didn't. I started to say, oh, I made it the wrong way, but I did it. Then we're going to put it down right there. And we're only going to glue it on 2 sides, I think. In the bottom. That way you can put lots of goodies in there. So then you can tuck little tags and things in there. So that is that. Now we need to, oh, and this could have been, okay, we're not going to punch through that though. I'm trying to think. This is probably why she didn't put a tag, a little tag here, because she also put a button here. So, but I think that'll still be okay. I'll still be able to fit some things in there. Now, let me think. I need to punch out a couple of pieces, and I'm going to use just some brown. Oh, let's see if that will work. Yeah, that'll work. I'm just going to use some brown cardstock. And mine is a 1-inch punch. I'd rather have a 3/4, but I don't have one. So we're just going to use it. We're going to go with it. All right. That. I think 2 for each will be enough. This is pretty thick cardstock. And then I have, let's see. I have some eyelets around here somewhere that I just got out of the store. Melina just got them in and I grabbed them. Now I don't know. There they are. I see them now. I start saying, now I don't know what I did with them. Okay, I'm just gluing 2 of these together. It just makes it a little bit thicker for when you put your string around. You don't have to do this. And I probably should have put my eyelet in. I don't know. Maybe I should put my eyelet in before I did this. But guess what? I didn't, and we're going to go with it. Alright, I'm going to ink this up. You know, sometimes I just don't have the time to go back and watch videos again. I would love to. I'd love to be able to sit down and watch hours and hours of videos. But a lot of times I don't have time to. Because, you know, we do run the store too. So when I watch a video, if I fall asleep in the middle of it, then by the next day I've already forgot what somebody did. All right, we're going to do that. And then I am going to, and I probably should have got the other eyelets. See, we've got these eyelets in. These are the sorted gray. We also have the warm metal and the cool metal. And I probably should have got the other metal ones, but I think I'm just going to do the black. Yeah, I think the black will work. That'll look okay. And these are the larger eyelets too. Now let's see. Getting this hole in the center is my problem. So I'm going to try to mark it first. Maybe. Sometimes I can't even mark it in the center. There we go. That's close enough. What do we say? It's close enough for us. Closeness counts in crafts and horseshoes. There we go. That's close enough. Oh, that punched the little one. We need the big one. So let's go back and do that again. Because those eyelets are pretty big. Okay. Yep, that'll fit. Now I'm going to need to punch a hole in here. And it would really be real nice if I could find my ruler so that I could punch a hole in there. Okay, I'm going to use my Tim Holtz ruler, and I'm just going to eyeball where I need to put my little hole. I'm going to bring it up about 5/8 maybe, and then I'm just looking at my little lines here to see. There's the 2, there's the 2. Okay, that looks about right there. So that's where we're going to put that one. And then we need to do this and see if we can get that other hole directly below that one. And I think it might need to be right there. Okay, punching a hole through this top is not going to be an issue. Punching a hole through here is, because I don't know where my big bite is. Right, I'm thinking, while I'm thinking, I'm just going to go ahead and do this one. Punch a hole there, and then we're going to set this eyelet. And I need to move that around. So that one's set nice, I like that. Now, let me think. How am I going to get a hole there? You know what? I'm going to use my little piece of sponge. And this, and I'm going to punch it through. Doesn't have to be with crocodile, does it? Look at there. What a nice hole. I probably need to get it a little bit bigger. That's why these things have got big old barrels on them. But now, setting it is going to be the issue, because see, my crocodile won't go all the way through there. So, yay, look what I found. My big bite. So, I need to turn it this way. Put that in there. Needs a good cleaning. There we go. Got that one set. Okay, so there are our little eyelets set in there, and then she used some string to tie hers with, and I'm just going to use some of my twine here. That was a crocodile big bite. I've had that thing forever. You can see by the use on it. And it's good when you're going to have to get into areas where your little one won't reach. It's real good for that. Okay. Need to loosen that up a little. And I'm just tying a double knot under there. And then I'll trim this part off. And then what this will do is come down here and loosen this one up a little bit. And I just go around it and pull up on it to loosen it. And then you can always lay it back down. That's why I make them so thick. Alright, so that'll go around that way. That way. And that way. And then see, you can lay them back down without any problem. So that is how that's going to close. And I'm going to cut that off right there. Alright, I'm probably going to cover where I put my eyelets in. And I've just got this little scrap, and I'm going to cut the corners. And this is just my little template that I have for my cards. For the corners, I've got all my corners cut different, and I just use that for my template. But I thought about using this for the tag in there. It's got that same color at the top, and then I would punch a little hole in here and maybe put a little piece of, I don't know, trim of some kind in it. And I'm thinking I want to use my little ribbon punch. Let's see. This, somebody told me the other day, said, you know that if you set that little notch on the side that you can get these in the same place every time. Well, no, I didn't know that. I just bought it. I didn't realize how it worked. Look at there. Goes right in the same spot that I need. Alright, I will put a little bit of ribbon in that. Let's see what we might want to put. I've got a few pieces here of, we could just put a little piece of lace in there, maybe. Thought about some seam binding, but I don't see any right here on my desk, so we're going to use some lace. I think that'll work. Yeah, I like that. Okay, now in order to get that to hold there, you can either stitch across it, or you can use a stapler, or you can just use another piece of string to tie. And I think I'll try the string. I don't know if I will be able to get it tied, because sometimes I can tie that string that little and sometimes I cannot. So we shall see. I'm going to try to get the smallest string I can find. Let's see. It's a little piece of blue, but that really doesn't have any blue in it. So let's get a little piece of white. I'm fumble fingers when it comes to trying to tie another piece of string around a ribbon that's already on there. That I'm just fumble fingers. So what I'm going to do, and this is not what most people do, but what I'm going to do to get it to hold itself in place just for a little while is I'm going to put just a little bit of glue there. A little bit was a little bit exaggerated. Then I am going to try to tie this. Now I won't make you watch this because I'm very, very, very fiddled finger when it comes to this. Yay! I got it. Look at that. Now I'm just going to trim this one off. And there is our little tag. And I think I want something on here. I don't know what. Now I just pulled out some of the embellishments that came with the kit. And if you don't have the kit, don't worry about it. You can use anything that you have. This is just some things that I wanted to use because they came with the kit. And it's the same paper collection, so, but everything in here might be a little bit big for what I want to use. We could put the little bird on there. Why not? Let's just put the little bird on. And I don't even think I'm gonna, am I gonna trim around him? Yeah, I'm gonna trim that white off. I'm gonna fussy cut him real quick. I started not to, and then I think he would look better if he was trimmed a little bit. Now these little die cuts come this way, so if you want them, the white trimmed off of them, you can do that. Alright, got him trimmed, and then I'm just gonna put a little ink on him. And then we will glue him down on there. See if I can do this without breaking his little legs. There we go. So there's our little bird, and then we'll put a little label right there, and that should work. You see what a mess I get in? And Julie's desk is always so neat, just like Melina's. I can't craft neat. I wish I could. Alright, there we go. There's our little tag. We'll tuck him in there. Then in here you can put just some little pieces of ephemera. Let's just see if we've got any that are small enough. Put a little leaf in there. A little light bulb. Nope, that's too big. Oh, I don't want to put that in there because I want to use it. I think all the rest of these are too big. But we did get a pack. Oh, there's a little bird. That's cute. We did get a pack of the little booklets that came from AliExpress that we had in our store. I think we've already sold all of them out, but I thought these were cute. We could put a few little pieces of that in there. There we go. And then fold that back down. Nobody knows what you've got down in there. Now I think I want to cover my little eyelet places here. And I may just cover it with a piece of ephemera or something. Let's see, what have we got here? Let's just put that down on there. I don't mind that. That's a little butterfly, and it's got some writing in the background. And then on this one, I think I might just ink that up and put that on there. This is just that other little piece that I cut out, because you're not going to be able to see it from the outside, and you can't really put a piece of ephemera there and make it look too great. So we'll just do this. You don't have to cover these up if you don't want to. I just want mine covered because the first thing that I would do probably is hang my finger on it and tear my finger up, so that's not a good thing. Right, now let me make sure that that's laying down, and then we can ink this little piece up, and I may just tear it too. I like that torn edge there. These little booklets are so cute. We've got more on order. Oh, did I tell you that my big order from them, the FedEx has lost it. So I have no clue where it might be. They don't know where it might be. The little guy swears that he delivered it here, but you know, we've looked everywhere, and he said he delivered it to a man in a ball hat. Well, nobody around here wears ball hats. So I said, I was here at the time that he said he delivered, and I said, he didn't deliver it here, because I was at home and it didn't come. So all right, we can tuck that in there, making today count. That can go in there. And then she did put a little signature in hers, so I've got some little pages cut here that we're going to put in there. Let's see. Now, you did get in your kit, you got a stamp, and I love this leaf stamp. And then you got a block, and you either got this type block with a little handle, or you got the block that that it's just a block without the handle. I don't know which one you got. I think most everybody got these little pink ones, but this is just what I got in my pack. So I'm gonna ink this up, and this is some Stays On ink, and I'm probably gonna stamp off first. Let me just stamp on the back of that, because this is a new stamp and I haven't really conditioned it, so we want to make sure that it stamps pretty good. And look at me getting, see, the only thing I don't like about these little ones, now the ones that some of you got might have been thicker, but this one is I'm not gonna say that. All right, we're gonna put that right there, and hopefully it's gonna stamp right. Oh yeah, that's stamped right. That's good enough. I don't mind that. Okay, close this back up before I stick my hand in it. Now we're going to stitch this right in our signature. So what I'm going to do is grab my little awl, this, and I think I'm going to poke all the way through all of it, because I'm not going to try to measure. I'm just going to put it on here, hold it up like this, and I'm just going to make sure that it's down in there all the way, and then I'm going to poke through. There's that one. There's that one. That's my little holes in there. Right, I'm going to grab a couple of clips to hold that while I get my needle. Get my needle and thread. And I think I'm just going to stitch it with the same thread that I'm using on the buttons. And this is just some hemp twine. And I have just got 2 little holes in here because I don't think you'll need that third one to hold your signature down. Or I don't think you will. If you want to put that third one, you can. But I've just got a little hole at the top and one at the bottom. And I'm just going to tie it like that. I don't think with any more pages than I've got in here that will hurt a thing. Alright, there's our little signature in there. And then, I think we also got some charms. some little leaf charms in our kit. So I'm thinking I might put one of these in there. I'm just going to tie it right on the end of this long string right here. There we go. And then this one we'll just cut back a little bit. So we'll have that little charm hanging there. Okay, unclip that. There is our little signature in there, like that. And then we're going to close it up. And then this is going to go around these little pieces. Like that. That holds it together. And do we want anything on the front? Oh, I did say I wanted that word on the front, didn't I? Where is my word? We could put that right across there. That'd be cute. But I do need to put my little piece of lace on here before I do that, because I need to cover that bad cut there up. Let's see, I might just use this little tiny lace. See if that would work. Yeah, that'll work right there. So let's just run a little piece of that across there. This is Fabri-Tac. And it's really good to put your lace on, things like that. So when a mistake happens, you can cover it with, I used to say that's a good chance to put some bling on, but I don't use a lot of bling anymore. But that's a good chance to use some lace. Okay, we're going to take our little silicone tool here and press that down. And then I'm going to go back over the edge of that with a little bit of ink. And then I'm going to put a little ink on here. And this little journal will be finished. And there we go. That is my happy place in a journal, that's for sure. All right. I think that is it. Let me make sure that I've got, and like I said, I would have to go back and watch her video again to make sure that I got everything. I may have done mine different than hers, but I'm going to link her channel so you go over and check hers out. There is my little leaf charm. And then to open it up, you just take this little string from around here, open it up, and then there is your little notebook, your secret pocket. And then you have a little pocket in the back that you can tuck some different things in. And you could also put something right here if you wanted to. I might come back later and put something on there, but not right this minute. All right, that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to go over and check out Julie's channel. Like I said, she is very, very talented. She's very crafty. And I think you will really enjoy her style. She has a unique style, and it is very, very good. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, Julie, for the inspiration. Bye-bye.